Hi, EDU 150 students. This is Dr. Legler. Wanted to give you a preview of week 13, which is also about curriculum and instruction. But this week, I wanted to share with you some resources that you see right here for developing strong instructional practices. These are some really good go-to resources that um, I use a lot and have used a lot when I taught K-12. Um, a lot of school district use this Marzano framework for professional development for their teachers and evaluation of their teachers. So it's important that you know what those high yield instructional strategies are. And um, What Works Clearinghouse has a lot of research-based teaching practices. Um, this is a newer document, High Leverage Teaching Practices in Special Education, that was made through the Council on Exceptional Children and the University of Florida Cedar Center, um, which is a research center that focuses a lot on the best strategies for teaching and learning. I think they're especially with special education. And just remember that with special education, um, high leverage teaching practices in special education are also really good teaching practices for all students, not just special education students. And this is my go-to for classroom management. Fred Jones was an educational psychologist who did a lot of research on master teachers and why they were so effective with classroom management. Um, and I used to use his book in a course that I taught, and really feel strongly about a lot of his classroom management strategies. Bloom's taxonomy is something that you'll learn a lot about in EDU 275, but you might just want to save that particular link. I won't go into any detail on that since you'll be learning about it in 275. There's also two articles I'd like you to read. One is on progressive education and the other one is on multiculturalism. You can use what you've read here as well as past readings when we were talking about diversity, poverty, um, and to answer this particular reflection. This is your last reflection. It will open up for me. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is in a good solid paragraph or two, answer this question. When you become an educator, how would you meet the needs of culturally diverse students in your classroom? Okay, and then remember that you have your school technology project, which I described last week. That is due this coming up Sunday, April 26th. Make sure that you get that in before 11:55 p.m. And then your final assignment is the artistic representation of mission, which is a reflective assignment that kind of puts together everything that you've learned this semester and also focuses on your mission for teaching. So that's your last assignment. It's due May 3rd. Let's look at it. So basically, you are going to click here for instructions, but in a nutshell, you're going to create an artifact that looks, these are some examples from last semester. And your artifact should represent your mission for teaching, which can be the same thing as your why statement that you created earlier in the semester. let's look at the instructions. Okay, so you're going to create some type of visual and or artistic representation that depicts your mission for teaching. It could be a poster, a painting, a sculpture, video, song, poem, or so on. You could even use an online tool such as a word cloud maker or a timeline tool, um, like what we did earlier this semester with the digital timeline. Those could be some examples of online tools to make your artifact. So as you're creating your artifact that represents your mission for teaching or your why statement, think about these questions, okay? You'll also need to think about these questions, and the answers to these questions needs to come out when you present your artifact. So there is a rubric here, so make sure that you look at that. And I want to discuss how you'll submit this. So you're going to need to submit the artifact, whatever you made that represents your mission for teaching. It can be a picture, file, or a shareable link. Okay, so maybe you just take a picture of what you made and then upload the picture. Maybe it's a poem and you submit it as a Word document. If it's an online tool like a word cloud, maybe you submit a screenshot or a shareable link to your word cloud. But you also need to present your artifact. So like we did with the school technology project, you're going to create a screencast video or just a regular video recording of yourself presenting what you made. Okay. So if you made something with an online tool, I would encourage you to do a screencast video presentation of your artifact. If you made a poster, or you see down here they did something on a chalkboard, I would encourage you just to use your cell phone or some other video recording device and record yourself talking about your artifact and addressing those things that you saw in the instructions link up here. Those questions for you to consider. So after you've made your video, you'll probably need to upload it to YouTube because Canvas does not support videos that take up a lot of space. So upload it to YouTube and get a shareable link to submit. Okay. So that's really what you're submitting, is this YouTube shareable link where you are presenting your artifact. So this tutorial shows you how to upload it to YouTube and get that shareable link to submit. So the artistic representation of mission, it could be a lot of things. If you want to run your idea by me, that is fine. I love to hear your ideas. So I'm here to help. Please let me know if I can help you in any way. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy. And we're getting close to the end. So if you have any old assignments that you haven't submitted, please make sure to get those in. I'm not really going to be taking work much past May 3rd, so please try to get everything in by then if you have something late. All right, and remember, I'm being kind of flexible with the deadlines, so if you don't think you can turn something in on time, just let me know and I'll work with you on giving you some extra time. All right, have a great day.